The firing of the National Science Board is going to speed up the decline of the US. And I do not say that lightly. The White House just fired the entire board that oversees the National Science Foundation, which is the agency responsible for funding a huge portion of basic research in this country. We are talking about the kind of research that's led to things like the internet, CRISPR, and major medical and engineering breakthroughs. This board is not some random whatever. It was designed to be independent. It was created in 1950 under Harry S. Truman. Its whole purpose was to protect long-term scientific investment from political swings. And now we're talking about it overnight being gone. Here's why this matters beyond just quote-unquote science news. So historically, when countries start cutting investments in research and development, especially basic science, they are not just quote-unquote saving money. They are starting a cycle of decline because basic research is the foundation of everything. It's not always profitable right away, which is exactly why governments fund it. Private companies usually won't take those risks. So when that funding is disappearing, innovation slows down. Productivity is dropping and entire future industries just never happen. There's a phrase that economists use for something like this. It's called killing the golden goose. And we've already been trending in that direction. Federal R&D as a share of the economy has been declining for decades, and that's been linked to slower productivity growth. But it's not even that it stops there, right? So when funding becomes unstable or political, top scientists leave. They go to countries that are investing heavily in research, places that are actively trying to overtake the US in tech and innovation. That's called brain drain. And once that talent leaves, it's incredibly hard to get it back. At the same time, if funding decisions become partisan instead of merit-based, you don't just lose innovation and potential future industry. You lose trust. Science stops being seen as objective and it becomes left science versus right science, which we've been seeing. And now you don't have a shared reality anymore. You have two completely different versions of the truth. That's how you get a country that can't agree on basic facts, let alone solve complex problems. And then they elect people who have no clue what they're doing to run the nation. And zooming out even farther, this is happening alongside rising inequality and policies that prioritize short-term corporate gains over long-term public investment. That combination is historically one of the fastest ways to weaken a nation's economic resilience, because you're not building anything new, you're just extracting value from what already exists. Meanwhile, other countries are pouring money into AI, biotech, clean energy, advanced manufacturing, the industries that will define the next century. It's not just about this one board getting fired and whatever. It's about whether the US continues to invest in its future or starts actively dismantling the systems that made it a global leader in the first place. And if history is any guide, that's not just a small shift, that's the beginning of a much bigger decline. And we've already been in decline in a myriad of ways. Until next time, y'all.